Cue cards. A very useful tool that you can use when learning a language is cue cards. They play an indispensable role in memorizing new vocabulary. In this 3-minute French course, each lesson gives you a handful of new words and phrases, and then you get the opportunity to practice them by putting them into sentences. To aid the learning process and to make the new words into memories more quickly, what you can do is get some cue cards. You can find cue cards in most stationery shops or even online. However, if you can't find any, just cut up some pieces of paper into smallish rectangles and they'll do the same job. After each lesson, grab a cue card and write down any new words that you've learnt. You should do this in a very specific way. For effective memorization, you should write the new words in English down the middle of one side of the cue card. Then turn it over and write the words in French down the middle of the other side. Have a look at this cue card that I made for the first lesson of 3-minute French. I've put good, it is, fantastic, absolutely, here, very, and it isn't down the center of one side of the card. And then on the other side, I've put bon, c'est, fantastique, absolument, ici, très, and ce n'est pas on the other side of the card. The reason why you should write the English on one side and the French on the other is so that when you practice, you can read through the words on the English side and try to remember the French words. For example, if you see fantastic, then you can think fantastique. In this course, there are 9 lessons, so you will have 9 cue cards filled with words and phrases. You should look at these cue cards every day for just a few minutes. Only ever look at the English side and try to guess the words in French. You should only really turn it over to check if you just cannot think of the French word. This will help to embed the new words and phrases in your mind. Obviously, going through the words on the cue cards by itself isn't going to take more than a few seconds, so what you can do is build a few sentences in your mind for each word you come across. For example, if you come to the word good, you can try and say things like, it is good, it is always very good, it isn't very good. Say these sentences out loud in French, and it will make it much easier for you when you actually come to use the words and phrases in a real-life situation. So, cue cards are a great way to memorize the new words and phrases that you'll be getting from each lesson in this course. Look at them every day, only look at the English side and try to guess the French words, and then try and build a few sentences that you could use for each word.